guys, thanks so much for tuning in to CandaceReeseTv. I am your girl Candace Reese, and this is Izzy
Cameron Reese.
Israel Cameron Reese. I wanted to hop on here really fast just to go over a few notes and talk to you guys about my five tips for choosing your ideal hairstylist, because not every hairstylist is for you. And I am a hairstylist, makeup artist, mom, and wife. And today on my channel, I wanted to give you guys a few. Today on my channel, I wanted to give you guys a few great tips on how to choose a great hairstylist. If you want to try a new hairstyle, or you need to kind of change your budget and what you're getting and how often you're coming, I first and foremost think you should talk to your current hairstylist about that. And if it still doesn't work out, then yeah, if you're not getting what you feel like you need, and after you guys talk it's still not working, I do think that you should just find somebody else. So I'm gonna tell you guys my top 5 tips on how to go about doing that, or how I think you should go about doing that. Number 1 is word of mouth. When it comes to your coworkers or your friends or your family members, ask them first. You usually trust the people that you are around the most. So I would definitely, I would seek them first, because you're with them and you're around them more often. And I think people that know you are more likely to give you their honest opinion. So if you have a cousin or a sister, friend, or neighbor, co-worker, and you love their hair, then you should ask them, hey, who does your hair? Do you mind if I get their number? So yeah, my number 1 is word of mouth. So ask your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors. And with that, you want to make sure that you're asking for a stylist who can do what you want to get done. Be sure that you are looking or speaking with a person who has what you're looking for. So if you wear short hair, you may not want to ask a friend that always wears her hair long, sleek, and blown out. Now, there may be an opportunity for that stylist to service you, but just when you're going off what you visually see, you want to go for something that is similar to what you like. So if you're natural and you have a friend and she always wears amazing natural hairstyles and her hair is healthy and taken care of, then yeah, that would be the person that I would probably question about their stylist. You love wearing braids, then I would probably look for someone who always has beautiful braids and try to reach out to their stylist. I would not try and make an appointment with my friend's hairstylist if all she wears are extensions, and I don't wear extensions. So yeah, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to utilize social media. That is what it's there for. So not just by getting on there and posting and saying tag your favorite hairstylist. Everybody's gonna give you like literally their favorite hairstylist, and you probably have possibly 5,000 Facebook friends. That's gonna be a headache. So stick with a few, and even if you just use the people who were referred to you by word of mouth, once they give you that person's name, so if her name is, we're just gonna stick with Brittany, her name is Brittany, and you get on her page and you look for Brittany Smith. You look for her on Facebook, you look for her on Instagram, you may look for her maybe on LinkedIn, you may look for her on Twitter, Snapchat, just whatever social media tool that you feel like utilizing. You want to look that person up on social media. This is called doing your research. So you're researching this person just to get a better look at what they do, what services they provide. You can visually get a feel for more of their work and not just that one person that you may have gotten their name and number from. This also allows you to see if they are in a proper location, because if you live, you know, in one city, you may not want to go to a hairstylist that's 45 minutes away or an hour away. You may want another stylist that's en route from your job or en route to your home. So you want to kind of utilize the social media tool to help you figure out if it's a better connection for you. And then also you get a feel for the salon that they may be working at, or if they're in-home stylists, or if they do house calls or whatever. But you're able to see that just from looking at their social media. So number 2, social media. Number 3, do more research. So you've asked your friend for a few names or who does their hair. So that's your word of mouth. Then you've gotten their name and you've gotten on their social media just to get a feel for them. So number 3 is to do more research. So if you want a haircut, now that you've found their social media, you should have some form of visual lookbook that you can check out of theirs and use that to look at their work. See, okay, I like this style. This is what I'm going for. When I go to my appointment next week, I want to be able to show her this picture of her own work so that she will have an idea of what I may want. But use their work as guides for what you like and don't like. It's really easy for a stylist to give you what you want when you already are familiar with what she can do. They probably are well known for the pictures that they post the most. So when you're looking through their page, just make sure that you feel comfortable because you see what you like on their page, you know, multiple times. So yeah, this all falls under you doing your research using their social media. They may even have a website. So go to their website and get a feel for what type of person they are. Maybe in their intro, they'll talk about that, or get a feel for the salon environment. It may be a suite and no one in there but her, and that may be more your style. It may be a 15-chair salon, and that may not work for you. That may not be your style. You may not feel comfortable, you know, going in there because you may suffer from alopecia. And you may not want to go to a salon that does not have a private room or space for you guys to talk or for you to get your service completed. So that all falls under doing your research and doing more research when you're searching for the hairstylist that's best for you. Number 4, request a consultation. It may seem annoying. It is very much needed, and it'll make you feel comfortable going into your appointment, and it'll also make your hairstylist feel comfortable going into her appointment with you. Usually as stylists, we're required to have a consultation with our clients as soon as you sit in the chair. You want to make sure that if you are a new client, usually you want to give them the history of why you ended up in their chair. Like if you're trying to grow your hair out, or if you wanted that new cut or that new color and you love their work, or Tiffany referred you and you know you just loved her hair. As a client, by you requesting a consultation, I feel like it gives you a better chance of getting the results that you want from your hair appointment. So when you contact them via phone, social media, website, text message, however you contact them, you know, say, hey, I was wondering, could we maybe do a quick consultation before my appointment, maybe a few days before, maybe a week before. And they shouldn't have a problem with this. And usually you can either request, or they may suggest that the consultation be done over the phone, over email, or you can do the consultation in person. So you do it in person. You know, you may want to schedule an appointment. Don't just pop up, but schedule an appointment for an in-person consultation. It shouldn't take any more than 15 minutes. Write down your questions so you don't forget them before you get there. If you are out of state or out of town coming in for your appointment, you may see if she or he will allow you to do a via text, via email consultation, where you may send photos of how your hair is currently, what look you're going for. As far as the phone consultation, again, it shouldn't be any more than 15 minutes, but just for you to get your questions out of the way and just get them comfortable with what you're going for, and maybe even getting any questions or concerns you may have about the price. Get all of that handled up front. That way when you come in, you know, you feel comfortable. So number 4, request a consultation. Number 5 is to know your hair budget. In the hair industry, the rate of any going service can fluctuate all over the place. So whenever you are looking for a hairstylist, you want to make sure that you pick a hairstylist that's in your budget. Like, no lie, there are a ton of hairstylists. I won't even say like celebrity hairstylists, but like stylists that I follow on Instagram, whom I would love for them to touch my head. I would love for them to do my hair, even when I had a little more hair. But I would have loved for them to like color my hair or cut my hair or style my hair. But some of them aren't in my budget, and I'm okay with that. You know, I stick with what I can afford. Now, I do hope that when you are looking for someone in your budget, you make sure that the skill level matches the budget. You may be able to have her as a stylist. You may just have to monitor the number of appointments that you make per month, because you still want to keep that skill level, but your budget may not be able to afford her weekly or bi-weekly. You may have to go every 3 weeks, or just twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. I don't know, but you want to make sure that the skill level matches, you know, what you can afford. In order for you to maintain your healthy hair, that means you need to be maintaining your appointments once a month, twice a month, once a week, bi-weekly, whatever you got to do. You need to stay consistent with your appointments, because your stylist is kind of like the link in the chain between you and what goes on with your hair. Keeping that in mind, your budget is important. So if I choose to travel out of town to see a stylist, I need to make sure there's something that I can keep up and something that I can afford. I don't want to go and get one amazing haircut and hairstyle with the stylist in Texas, and I know that I'm not going to be able to keep that in my routine, you know? So knowing your budget, all of that is important. With knowing your budget, you want to make sure that you are being consistent with your appointments. It doesn't have to be every 2 weeks, but it needs to be a consistent thing. I have a client, she comes twice a year. We do everything we need to do, and she takes home some great products and manages and maintains in between. She doesn't put a lot of heat in her hair, and it is not extensions. That's like cut, color, treatment, whatever we need to do for her hair at the time. I'll see her next time around when her roots grow out and it's time for her to come back.
Hey, everyone.
My top 5 tips for picking the perfect hairstylist for you. So, word of mouth, social media. Number 3, more social media. Number 4, request a consultation. And number 5, know your hair budget. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. I'm your girl, Candace Reese, and I will see you next time. Mwah.